Welcome back, Outlaws. On today's adventure, we head down to the Kona side of the big island of Hawaii to check out Kaloko Honokohau National Historic Park, so stay tuned. The park's visitor center is located approximately 2 miles south of the airport to the west of the main highway. Including holidays, the visitor center is open from 8:30 a.m. to 4:00 p.m. every day of the week. At the time we visited the park, February 9th, 2024, there was no entrance fees required. Kaloko translates to the pond and is located on the north end of the park. Honokohau means bay drawing dew and refers to the ancient settlement on the south part of the park. Both of these are the names of two of the 4 different traditional mountain-to-sea land divisions encompassed by the park. This is a noni tree. This is a fruit-bearing tree, actually in the coffee family. It was spread across the Pacific by Polynesian sailors and was also known as starvation fruit. Despite its strong smell and bitter taste, this fruit was nevertheless eaten as a famine food. In certain forms, it's also used in traditional medicine. Many species of plants can be found along the trails and coastlines. The plants found in the park have varied life histories. Some evolved in Hawaii, adapting to life in the isolated island chain, and others were brought to Hawaii by the first Polynesians to arrive here, providing them with the plants needed for food, medicine, and clothing. Still other more recent introductions are outcompeting the native flora and posing a threat to all native plant species on the island. As we make our way down the trail to the fish ponds, there's plenty more to see. This is the Pacific golden plover. They visit here from August to May. They come all the way from Alaska to kick it on the beach right where we are. This is a North American cardinal. It's native to North America, but is spread to many other parts of the world. In 1929, in Honolulu, only a pair was initially introduced, but it quickly flourished and produced offspring, and now they can be found on the islands of Kauai, Oahu, and Hawaii. To survive in a hot and arid environment, the native Hawaiians used ancient fishing skills, including building of fish ponds and the knowledge of the location of precious water that was fresh, that flowed into the many brackish pools throughout the park. The spirit of the people and the knowledge of the elders created a tradition of respect and reverence for this area. What happens on the mountain happens in the sea. Hawaiians, perceiving the necessity of water on isolated islands, oriented their land-sea use patterns to the water cycle. They had a unique system with land divisions called ahu pua'a. These land divisions extended from the mountains to the sea. The people recognized that all the elements of the land were interdependent. What affected the mountain regions also affected the regions along the sea. What affected your neighbor's land also affected yours. What affected the land affected the fish ponds and the sea. What affected the water cycle affected the total environment. This is the way it was, and this is the way it is still to this day. It's really cool that a few hundred years later that we could still see these traps and ponds working and imagining the ecosystem that was set up, taking advantage of all the microclimates from the coast all the way up to the mountains. That must have been pretty impressive. We're honored to be able to visit this special location and see that it's well taken care of and preserved for future generations so that they may learn and share. And these little zebra doves are native to Southeast Asia, and they were introduced to Hawaii in the 1920s. We hope you like coming along on this little hike with us and checking out the local park and its history. And as always, thanks for watching.